So today is the 10th of May, 2012, and this will be a Cosmic Awareness Red Hot Alert reading to check into the energies of this time and for the time of June that's ahead of us. Callista Summerfield will be energizing for me today. And have you anything to add or any thoughts? I got the date right this time, that's something.
Yes, that's all. Yeah, that's fine.
Good, excellent. So we will take the pause now. I'll go deeper, and in a moment I will be available as Cosmic Awareness, the interpreter for Cosmic Awareness, and we'll proceed from there, okay?
Yes, I'll see you on the other side.
I definitely will see you on the other side, and down under, later on. Okay. That this awareness, this cosmic awareness, is now available for the purpose of doing this red hot alert for the memberships of CAC and all those who will read or hear this information. This awareness acknowledges that Callista Summerfield is assisting today and is energizing this reading for the interpreter. Please proceed with your question or questions.
Thank you, Awareness, and we greet you. And we come to you today because we're just wondering if there is anything that you would like to say to us regarding the events coming up in the month of June. There is considerable interest in various quarters concerning this time frame, and we would just like to hear your comments on that.
That this awareness will comment on the month of June, but first it wishes to comment on the month of May, the time frame that you are in at this time. That it is seen that there are disruptive energies that are occurring at this time as well, and that this is mostly on a personal level, that many of the light workers are feeling quite fatigued at this time, feeling that they are under a strain, a tremendous weight that they carry, and that their energies are emotionally being drained away. That this strain that is causing this has much to do with the light workers dealing with personal issues, dealing with matters that they need to deal with at this time. For, as this awareness has said in the past, one of the requirements for ascension is that one does empty out the trash bin of emotional content that has grown and accumulated not only over one lifetime, but over many, many, many lifetimes. There are various ways of doing this, but the most common way is to simply allow during the dream state, during the time of rest and relaxation, that the negative energies that have accumulated over the eons is allowed to drain away. This is rather hard work, of course, but at least it is being done in that unconscious state of sleep, and in particular during that time period when the middle self is back into fifth dimensional consciousness, or at least higher levels of fourth dimensional consciousness. This allows the work to be done in a much more efficient manner and much more quickly as well. Therefore, for those who recall their dreams, do not be surprised if the dreams at this time, especially in the next several weeks, revolve around old issues, either issues of one's personal life up to this point or even past lives. There may be conflict situations in the dreams where arguments and mm, 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 fighting is happening or challenges made. The interpreter recently had a dream where he saw two characters climbing a cliff face. One character was as the character in the old TV series and in the movie The Fugitive, the innocent one, the one on the run, and the other was a sheriff or bounty hunter type who was after him. The bounty hunter was obsessed with capturing this man and was angry at him for avoiding the capture. That on the cliff the bounty hunter got close enough to grab the fugitive character, that the fugitive character started to fall, and the bounty hunter grabbed hold and saved him, but in doing so he himself started to fall. By this time the fugitive character had a firm grip on the cliff face and then saved the bounty hunter. That the interpreter saw all of this from below, and later, when recalling the dream and sharing it and analyzing it, he understood that this was two parts of his own character, the polarity of that one who is trying very hard to escape that which is unfair oppression, and the oppressive one who is still somewhat tied into the old scheme of things, who is trying to draw the one who is escaping back into the fabric of his reality. One could even call it the ego that is trying to prevent that part of the psyche represented by the fugitive from getting away, from breaking out, breaking free. In the end, both had to help each other in order to survive and to move forward, and that the observer, the interpreter, saw this and on some level of understanding appreciated what was occurring, and this was action on the inner plane. Therefore, for those who can dream and those who are not necessarily dreamers, or those who remember their dreams, be aware at this time of such dreams of conflict and opposition, where the characters in the dream are showing such conflict. That this is but an example shared with the membership so that they have a better idea of things, but that the energies at this time are most definitely being directed towards individuals, especially the light workers, the spiritual seekers, who are trying to break free, who are working towards their ascension and indeed their salvation. That it is important not to neglect the important inner work that is occurring at this time, and even to resolve conflict situations with those who are close to them, family, friends, and others, where there is need to resolve issues if they are up for resolving. All of this is part of the upheaval of the energies that are occurring on personal levels at this time. This is also being reflected in social situations, and at this time there is much social upheaval, that students across the world are protesting situations such as higher tuition and higher taxes on them, and others are protesting austerity movements such as in Greece and in France, and there is great social unrest at this time. That this too is part of the energies that are causing disturbance at this time. This is what this awareness sees as May's energies to be: social unrest and disturbance, personal unrest and disturbance. And where appropriate on the personal levels, this awareness recommends the individuals clear the ground as much as they can, even acknowledging the dreams and the events that are occurring is a tremendous step forward. And on the social level, to be aware that the social unrest is a reflection of the energies of oppression that are being disrupted at this time, and therefore there is a backlash, if you will, against the authorities and those in charge. The worm is indeed starting to turn, and do not be surprised if this touches close to home on some occasions. This completes this awareness's analysis of the energies of May at this time. This awareness asks the energizer if she has any comments or further questions on what was just shared.
Thank you, Awareness. That was very comprehensive, and I'm just thinking that perhaps not only in the dream state are we getting these thoughts and feelings and situations arising, but also in our thought forms during the day as we go through our day. And it seems to be very important that we keep our eye on the goal and not to be concerned too much about things that are starting to come up and then leave our energy fields.
This is very accurate of you and is correct. Furthermore, when things come up and stress occurs, one of the best things to do is to look the stressful situation in the eye and acknowledge it, and then go around it. This will be a time for many where what would be the best is to simply rest as much as one can, and not to be pulled into the stress and strain of life at this time. It is so that many have jobs to attend to, families to take care of, and other duties and chores. But where one can, when one sees the stress of their lives, it is recommended that they do something that will cause them to relax and to rest. If this is to take a nap or time out, then this would be recommended. If it is to go for a walk and breathe in fresh air and to get exercise, then this would be recommended. Each will have their own way of dealing with their stress and their strain. That one must listen at this time to the body, for it will very clearly indicate what is needed. Therefore, if the body is tired, rest, perhaps go to bed early, take a warm bath if so inclined. That this is all part of the way to acknowledge the body that gives it credit for showing that rest or relaxation is needed. That there are others who fare better when they exercise and when they go running. Assess how it is that you would deal with your stress, and then take care of yourself, indulge yourself in this matter, so that the challenges and the disturbing energies are not the energies that will drain you so completely that there will be physical symptoms as a result. This is crucial to understand at this time. Society is such, especially in the Western world, that the philosophy is go, 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 and go some more. But this is not what the body always needs, especially when the energies of the universe are such that there is challenge, where there are oppressive energies, tension and strain. That the solar flares at the moment are also affecting the emotional situation. They are not extreme as they were a short while ago, but they are not low either, and there is a low-level, constant, energetic effect on Mother Earth and on the human beings who are sensitive to such things, which basically amounts to all human beings. that be aware there are outside factors that are also causing the upheaval and stress on the emotional levels, and to honor your part in the overall flow of the energies that are in interplay between the sun and the earth and those who inhabit the earth. That the best thing to do, as this awareness has said, is to take it easy at this time and take the opportunity to pamper yourself when and whenever it is necessary. This
Yes, thank you, Awareness. It also seems really important that we don't take things too personally at this time, because there seems to be a lot of clearing that people are doing, a lot of venting going on, and people are getting frustrated with themselves and situations, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they are attacking another person. It's just their way of releasing.
Again, this is accurate, that there is much personal conflict going on between individuals, and of course many who are unconscious to what is happening are having emotional responses, and they may vent on one another. Therefore, if you are in situations where someone close to you is angry and vents, or is explosive in anger, the best is to not take it personally, as the energizer pointed out, and even to walk away if appropriate.
Thank you, Awareness.
Please proceed.
Do you have any other comments about the month of May?
The only other comment this awareness has is that May will also present opportunities to take a chance to do something out of the ordinary. That part of what is occurring now, the energies that are indeed available now, are not only energies of disruption, but energies of change. Often disruption is needed to bring change to play, bring change to bear. That many are the times when one can look back at their lives and realize it was through disruption of the status quo of one's life where great change often occurred. Therefore, if through the challenges that are presenting themselves to individuals at this time, a challenge to change comes forward, an opportunity to do something different, or to grow and expand comes forth, that one recognize this as that which it is, an opportunity. That change is sometimes hard for individuals, for they are in the comfort zone of the status quo, the comfort zone of their box, their personal box. And it is always difficult to step out of the box and to see what is outside of it. But doing so often leads one forward, and change is often exactly what is needed. When individuals are reluctant to change, change is often brought to them if it is necessary for their spiritual growth and development. And therefore, for those who find themselves in positions of great change, and that it is happening to them, opposed to them seeking it out, rather than fight this change, fight the challenges that are being presented, to take it easy for a moment, to let the information flow, to try to understand what is happening, and then to go with it, to go with the flow, instead of resisting, instead of fighting. For often Spirit knows much better what is needed. The high self has the script of the play that is there to be played out, and it tries to bring you forward. When one is in extreme resistance, it is hard to move forward. Thus, events occur that are disturbing or disruptive or challenging, all for the sake of moving one forward. One always has the free will to say no. One always can say that they are not interested. But if one has perceived the matter from the inner portion of their being, and has that awareness and understanding that the change is coming not to cause them difficulty, but rather to move them forward, especially at this time, then one may indeed find that it is a good thing to go with the change, even if it challenges them. Is this clear?
Yes, thank you. It seems to be very important that we embrace the energies that are coming towards us and working within us.
Indeed, this is so.
Would you like to comment on the month of June now?
At this time, this awareness will speak on the energies of June. It will speak on the matter again later, closer to the month. But at this time, it is seen that the disturbing energies that are already occurring in May on a personal level may indeed escalate into grand events on the societal level even more than now, but also on the level of the physical earth itself. It is seen that there are energies that could create physical disasters and upheavals of great proportion. But at the same time, as this awareness always would say, that one can be aware of such energies and their availability, even their probability, but one does not need to stay completely focused to the degree that one becomes obsessed by these events. That Mother Earth is now beginning to actively shake her chains that have bound her for so long, is starting the process of severing those chains. It is so that she has been doing this for some time, but what differentiates the previous actions is that there will be several events close in proximity to each other versus one event, then another a half a year later or more. That it is already noted that there is seismic activity occurring and several earthquakes in recent times have occurred, and so have weather events. Many of these weather events, of course, are influenced by the HARP technology and somewhat amplified, but they are normal events that HARP technology intrudes on and interferes on. But the natural events, the earth events such as earthquakes and volcanoes, are such that it is seen by this awareness that June's energies are coming in strong, for Mother Earth is really now beginning the flexing in order to break free completely and totally by the end of the year. Therefore, do not be surprised if you hear of events around the world that are extreme in nature, but do not energize these events. If you find yourself in such events, then it may be that it is exactly what you need to experience. But again, try to stay calm in that you hold the thought and the belief that all will be well, that you will pass through those events, that despite the upheaval in one's life and the rapid change that could occur through events, that you are all right and that your loved ones all are okay as well. That even those who may choose during this time of extreme planetary upheaval, to leave the physical, to go back into spirit, are doing exactly what they came here to do. It is still such that humans cannot quite comprehend or accept physical demise, physical death. It is what occurs to all living creatures on the planet at one stage or another, and humans are not accepted from this. But humans do have a difficult time because of emotional commitments and connections to loved ones, friends, and family, to their status quo of life as it is, to release and let go. It is one reason why June may be a very troubling month for many, for Spirit will shake them up on purpose, if you will, but on purpose for the greater growth and development. Those who find themselves in regions where there is such evil and upheaval might realize that it is not evil at all. It is simply the way of things, that too often those who are in extreme polarity will see destruction as something evil, something bad, that the earth is not trying to be evil or bad. She is simply freeing herself from her own imprisonment, and in the freeing of herself offers opportunity for those who are affected to free themselves as well. Sometimes this freedom comes in the form of physical transition from the physical life, death. Other times it will be the loss of the comfort zone, that which has always been held to be so, be it a way of life, be it a house or home, be it situations that have so long been the norm. But if one is able to go beyond the projection into the events that they are evil and bad, and if one holds that this is all part of the shifting of Mother Earth, of the shifting of consciousness, of the movement towards ascension, then one will be able to hold a line and realize that whatever they have experienced is also part of the journey of Mother Earth, but also their own individual journey, and that there is that which will follow, that will replace that which was lost, but even more so, that there will be growth and evolution if one is open to it. But if one is not, if one goes to a place of anger and rage, where one blames Mother Earth or God for such calamity, then they will be severely challenged, for it is all about shaking things up, and even shaking up one's concepts of God, the divine, or Spirit, or Mother Earth, are all part of the shake-up. Therefore, June, as this awareness sees it, may well be a very catastrophic month in several ways, but mostly in the earth changes, and that there could be several extreme events around the world, and even in the United States of America, that will be of such a nature, such magnitude, that that which was before will no longer remain. It will shift and change. This includes the economy, this includes the government, this includes communities and states and regions. But it is all part of the change. Also, this awareness must include that this is a set of timelines that are seen here, for as the many timelines lines are coming together at that nexus point, at that constriction where cross events are occurring, and many will share similar time lines in many ways, such as a natural event, a catastrophic event, that these timelines do need to constrict to such a tight point that finally, when they are released to go their own way, that the constriction will be an energetic blessing or at least so it will seem. And this means that those who have had to go through such upheaval will see the point of the upheaval, will see why they had to rid themselves, even if they personally could not make this happen, of certain circumstances and events that were constricting them. For change often creates the opportunity for growth and development, but not always is it seen immediately upon the events as they unfold. Therefore, be of faith, have patience and trust that all will work out, even if in the moment, even if one is involved in catastrophic events as they unfold, it does not seem like it will be so. It may even seem as if God itself has abandoned one and all. But this certainly will not be the case, nor will this awareness abandon any. It is more when events unfold and occur, individuals abandon this awareness. They abandon the divine. They abandon God and Spirit, for they cannot understand why these events have happened. There is a greater order to things, and these events are part of the greater unfolding into the new energies that are soon to be released totally and completely. They are part of the ascension process and the creation of planet A and AB and B. All of this is part of that which will occur in the month of June and afterwards. Therefore, be aware. It could indeed be a very interesting month.
Thank you, Awareness. From that, we can see that the approach of Nibiru is a catalyst for change in a positive way. I know that we're not really expecting the effect of that to happen until probably mid-September, but do you have anything to reveal about that situation at this time?
What this awareness would say is that while Nibiru will be in the closest proximity in September, her arrival is already starting to amplify certain events and is having effect on Mother Earth. That she is somewhat acting like a magnifying glass for the energies of the sun, and even though there are not in this moment extreme flares, even those medium flares, because of this amplifying effect, are being felt much stronger. That this will increase as she becomes even closer, as she draws even closer, and for a period of time around September and October there will be great upheaval indeed. Many timelines coming together at that time to experience the mass events of the planet. That June is a foreboding of this. There is a certain alignment of the Sun and Nibiru that will cause a spike in June of those more destructive natures, which is what many who are reading these events, many who are channeling, are picking up on. But unlike those who are stating exactly what will happen, this awareness chooses not to focus on any one event and predict it, but rather to prepare the psyche of those who are listening to this awareness, reading this awareness, to understand that their own focus on this matter and on this time will greatly influence what they experience. And even if they are involved in more dramatic events, that this way of focusing will minimize and reduce the effects of those events considerably. But if one loses oneself in the fear and panic, which of course is a natural response, then it is difficult to augment a positive result by staying in a positive frame of mind. Is this clear?
Yes, thank you, Awareness. It seems like I take comfort from the fact that obviously things are happening throughout the solar system, not just on our planet Earth. Particularly lately, it seems that there have been activities on Saturn, which it may indicate that the Galactic Federation has actually taken over that planet. Do you have any comment to make on that?
Not at this time, but what this awareness will say as a teaser is that there has been a great shift there, and things are most definitely changing there, and this will have great ramification soon.
Thank you.
It is that this awareness does not wish to give too much out at this time, for this is still an ongoing event. But the Galactic Federation is certainly making great strides on this matter, and this will help in the times ahead on Earth. Is this clear?
Yes, thank you for that. Do you have any further comments to make on the subjects that we've been discussing this morning?
The final thing that this awareness would wish to make comment on is that it must be remembered that while upheaval and disaster and catastrophe are very difficult indeed, that these are also the times for the greatest progress to be made, especially in breaking through in one's belief systems, one's paradigms that control and dominate how one believes and how one creates the reality that is around them. Everything that was once held as sacrosanct and changeable, immutable, is up for change now, including what is labeled as possible, or even more in modern society, impossible. Therefore, this will be a time when great strides could be made in those who are healers and using their healing powers and their energies of healing. Those who are seekers will become much clearer on what is occurring, and that which was more fantasizing will become reality-based, but the new reality. For as that which is the old order is broken down and ultimately swept away, then one has the choice to create a new order for oneself, a new reality that is not based on the old paradigms of belief and the convictions that are so strongly held by so many. It will become a time where one can most definitely make great strides in their own personal growth and development. But it is also a time, even if because of the changes that occur being challenging, that humanity itself can make great strides, and nations can make great strides. Many are afraid of the economic situation collapsing. Indeed, many try to avoid even thinking about this matter. But even if the economic institutes fail and the financial world crashes, human beings will continue on. It is always forgotten that the first place where humans will interact is with each other and with Mother Earth, and therefore local economies will start to flourish. Ways of cooperating with Mother Earth will be re-established that now no longer exist. All of these as a result of the upheaval, chaos, and change that will start to truly come forward in June. That this is seen by this awareness as a very positive matter, for this awareness sees beyond that which is the collapse of things to that which is the birth of things. It must be remembered that death must always occur before a rebirth can happen, and humanity is ready to be reborn in so many ways, and individuals, especially those who have been seeking this and have been spiritually inclined all of their lives, or even have recently awoken to the greater truth, will soon find that that which they are seeking, that which they have chosen to believe in, is indeed manifesting all around them.
Like the phoenix rising.
Indeed, like the phoenix rising. Indeed, the rainbow phoenix.
Yes, thank you, Awareness. Do you have anything else to add to this message, Awareness? Because I have no further questions.
That this awareness is complete at this time. That it sends its light, its love, its strength, and its blessings to one and all.
Thank you, Awareness, and we also thank you for your service and your love to humanity.
That it is complete at this time. It is done.